Welcome everybody out to what's that?
It's 6.
What hymn number 6?
Verse 6.
Verse 6. Okay, just get ready for me. Welcome everybody out to podcast number 480. Today we're going to talk about I have no idea what I'm doing. Stay with us.
This is the Elevate Construction Podcast, delivering remarkable content for workers, leaders, and companies in construction wanting to take their next step. Get ready to step out of your comfort zone with Jason Schroeder as he encourages you to do better, live a remarkable life, and expect more. Let's go.
Welcome everybody. I've got what's Jason Schroeder? That's me here with you. And one day I even said my name wrong. When I was doing a podcast with Jake Smaley, I was like, welcome out here. My name is Jake. And he's like, I'm Jake.
No, it was even funnier because you went, my name's Jake, and who are you?
That's funny. And I've got Effie Lee Schroeder here. Say hi, Al.
Hi, Effie.
I did not expect that. So, well, I want you to know that I have no idea what I'm doing. And I figured this would be a helpful little podcast because there are so many things that we get challenged to do, or we know we're supposed to do, or we can do to live a full and healthy and remarkable life. And we think that everybody else has everything figured out. And I want you to know that I have no idea what I'm doing. And even though I've got some really good stories, I've just accidentally been exposed to information and good circumstances and providence that have kept me safe over the years. And now that I'm in uncharted territory, starting a business and being in business and expanding the business and taking care of multiple clients, I want to say one more time, I absolutely, 100% from the bottom of my heart, have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. And the message here is we don't have to have everything perfect. We just have to have faith. And so I've talked to you about faith before. Faith means that you know something's possible, you have a desire to do it, and you're willing to act. And so our business at Elevate Construction is definitely an inspired journey, 100%. And Katie will always poke and prod me. She's the leader of the business. She will always poke and prod me to get things done, to go out, to take a risk, and to, even though we have 11 children, fund the business and move forward and have faith. Even though she does that, it's really, really scary. And I want to communicate that there are times in your life when things will be really, really, really scary. And so one of my favorite church hymns, one of my favorite songs is called A Poor Wayfaring Man of Grief. And it's a hymn that starts out talking about literally a poor, like downtrodden man and his journey. And then it kind of switches us into the role a little bit where we become the poor wayfaring man of grief. And then since it's a religious hymn, it pulls the Savior in there as well. For those of you who believe that, but I want everybody to know, whether you're a Muslim, Buddhist, atheist, agnostic, whatever, I totally support you. My personal belief system is that any truth and good paths that we're on lead in the same direction, and we support and honor anything that is true and good and praiseworthy. And I absolutely 100% do not have any judgment or any condemnation or have any bad feelings or feel like there are any consequences of people being of different faiths, as long as we all, as much as we can, adhere to as much truth as possible. So I want you to know that when I say that, I'm being inclusive, and when I share things, I'm just being transparent. I'm just sharing things about me. And I want you to know that if you are here and sharing things with me, I would accept them and honor them and love them and treasure that information, just like I hope you do as well. So Miss Effie, I want you to read, what verse was it? Verse number 6?
Yeah.
All right, so I want you to read that with power and enthusiasm here. I'm going to put the mic over here. Go ahead.
In prison I saw him next condemned to meet his traitor's doom and mourn. The tide of lying tongues I stemmed, and honored him mid shame and scorn. My friendship's utmost zeal to try, he asks if I would for him would die. The flesh was weak, my blood ran chill, but my free spirit cried, I will.
And thank you for reading that. And that verse really talks about, he asked if I for him would die. And what does it say after that? The flesh was weak and my blood ran chill, but my free spirit cried, I will. And those words almost perfectly describe hard decisions in life. Let's move this into the realm of you for a moment. Can you remember the time where you had to forgive someone? Can you remember the time when you were wrong and you got to or had to go ask for forgiveness? Do you remember the time where you did something wrong and you had to tell your spouse or confess? Do you remember the time when you knew you should take another job and you were really dreading telling your current employer that you were leaving because of the shame and the guilt and the disloyalty that you felt? Can you remember the time when you were going in for that surgery that was super scary, where you didn't know if you were going to make it out, but you knew it was the right thing? Anything in life that you were really terrified about. Maybe it was speaking up when you needed help. Maybe it was speaking up when you had an addiction. Maybe it was an opportunity at work where you had that other promotion. And you will find that you'll have those times where you feel like your flesh is weak, like literally you feel a little bit shaky, almost like your blood sugar is low. Your flesh is weak and your blood feels like it's running chill and you feel faint. It's that hard. It's that nerve-wracking. It's that scary. You'll have those moments where literally you almost feel like you can't physically do it. And you have the opportunity, if you're able, to do it anyway, to decide that even though your flesh is weak and your blood runs chill, your free spirit can cry, I will do this. I will do this because it's right. I will do this because it's my choice. I will do this because it's my future. I will do this because I was designed to do this. I can say, even though they might seem silly, I asking for forgiveness have been times like that for me. Saying that I'm going to leave an employer to take a better opportunity because I felt loyal have been that way for me. I know that starting a business with 11 kiddos and knowing in my heart, even though it wasn't right, but knowing that, hey, as a provider, if I fail, I'm a failure and I'm really scary and I want that financial cushion. My flesh was weak and my blood ran chill, but I said, I will do this because I have faith and I know it's what's right and I know it's for a better cause. My point with all of this isn't to sound like your preacher. My point is to sound like it's possible and to communicate the fact that humans were designed for progress and for stretching themselves and for growth and for learning. And we weren't designed to only stagnate. Now, if we stagnate sometimes and then learn a little bit, stagnate, comfortable a little bit, and then we grow, that's great. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is every possible opportunity like that where we can stretch, where we can give, where we can cry, I will, and go do those hard things, which we know will be hard, but they will bear fruit. They will be remarkable. Anytime we can do that, we have the opportunity to grow. And so I just want to say that with business, I'm scared to death right now. And Ms. Schroeder, I'm going to ask you if you have anything to add here in a bit, but we have people that are coming on board, highly trained professionals. And quite frankly, I've been the roadblock. Katie's taking on so much more responsibility in the business. We're a women-owned business enterprise. I've never had to share authority like that as a superintendent. It scares me. Hiring people scares me. And I do it anyway. Taking care of them and making sure that they have everything they need from a payroll standpoint scares me. Looking at the bank account when it's near zero scares me. Bringing on additional help. We're bringing on additional help for tax schedulers. That's scary. The organization is growing and it is so complex that it worries me and I stress about clients. And we still have to move forward. As long as we're not going too fast and we can still take care of clients and we still have our eye on the ball and we're still focused and we're growing responsibly, it's still quite scary. And I can say, if somebody said, do you know exactly what to do right now with the complexities of business? No. But with the team, we're going to figure it out. No. But with faith and providence, it's going to work out. No. But it will all come together as we focus on doing the right thing, in giving and being grateful, and keeping our eye on that mission, because good things come to those who give, and all we have to do is stay anchored in that direction. And so I want to bring this back to you and say that if you have this scary thing, if you have this forgiveness, this repentance, this confession, this job that you're taking, this effort, this role that you're a little bit scared of, if you have this surgery that you need to go do, this transition that you need to make happen, this anything, whatever, if it's going to make you better and make others better, I just want you to know that I'm behind you. I support you. Others are doing it all around. You were designed to do this. You got this. And I want you to know that the rest of us are scared just like you and that we have no idea what we're doing. We're simply moving forward one step in front of the other with faith. So, Effie, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'm going to put you on the spot. Anything you want to add here?
I was just thinking about the concept of there must be opposition in all things while you were talking.
I love that. Keep going.
Like, you'd think, well, okay, so when you do something scary like that, or you need to make a big, scary decision that you absolutely don't want to make, you'd think that that'd be a bad thing because of the, like, what your instincts are telling you. But once you overcome that mountain and you make that choice, you can grow that much more because you pulled through and you made that choice. And there was opposition in that, but you overcame the opposition. And because of that, now you can fill the vacuum with all of that growth that you just achieved. Not very eloquent, but that's kind of the gist of what I'm saying.
I thought that was perfect. It's almost like because it was hard, it's more authentic.
Yeah.
And because it was hard, you grow.
Yeah.
And I will close with a little story here. You always hear about and this is a real thing. They have a biodome. It's near Tucson, Arizona. I think it was biodome too. Anyway, they grew trees and it was an experiment to see if you could create these biodomes on other planets. What they noticed was the trees would topple over after a certain amount of time. The reason is that the trees were not stimulated to grow deeper roots. There wasn't any wind. When trees are out in their normal habitat, the wind pushes against them and the cell structures, the DNA, right, because of a feedback loop with that wind, when it senses that tension, the cells actually strengthen their structure and it stimulates deeper root growth. And that root growth anchors that tree. Without the wind, without the adversity, the roots don't grow. And they would fall over. They would get so top heavy, they didn't have a deep enough root structure and they would fall over. And so I'm not saying that everything is easy. I'm not saying that what doesn't kill you will only make you stronger. Sometimes what doesn't kill you will maim you or leave you permanently injured and make you wish you were dead, right? I realize that there are things out there that are horrible. However, aside from the traumatic, abusive situations that people find themselves in, which I'm very sympathetic about, if there's an opportunity where it's just hard and you can rise to the occasion and you can grow from it, I'm asking you to seriously think about it, to stand up, put your shoulders back, lift your head up, say, I will, and focus on what you're going to be on the other side, because it's sweeter on that side. Because on that other side is growth. On that other side is a more authentic and truer version of you. On that other side is freedom. On that other side is progress. And on that other side is growth. And we might not make all of those opportunities, but we can always work on one at a time and go to the next and the next and the next. Because again, humans were designed to live a remarkable life. And so I hope it helps you. I talk a big game on these podcasts and everything that I've said is true. And while everything that I've said is true, even though that is a fact, and I've never exaggerated, I can tell you there have been many of those hard times that have made and shaped me. And I thank God for those experiences and the people who helped me get through them. And so, Miss Schroeder, do you have anything else or are you good to go?
Yeah, when I was just thinking when you said I'm grateful for my hard experiences and the humans were designed to live a remarkable life. Another thing that humans need to live a remarkable life is connection. And maybe you were given this hard choice or this hard situation so that you could help someone in the future in your life who's facing a similar situation. Because once you've grown from that experience and once you've come out on the other side, or even if you're still in it, you can help someone else achieve that personal growth for themselves, and you can connect and help others around you live a remarkable life. And that kind of ties into the with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, I love that. One last thought going back to the hymn to close this out. In the hymn, in that verse, it said, He asked if I for him would die. My flesh was weak, my blood ran chill, but my free spirit cried, I will. I used to think that just meant die, like like death. But as I read that more and more, it's almost as if we're putting to rest or letting the old version of ourselves die. And somebody could just as well ask me, and I'm just using myself because I don't know your specific example. Jason, would you for me start a business? Would you for me, and this could be for anybody we're talking to, you, anybody, God, family, workers, foremen, superintendents, Jason, would you lay down your previous life, your comfort, your retirement, your money, and everything that you have to help the rest of us and set an example and do your small part as the rest of us do our small part? And the answer is yes. And while that's scary, and while your flesh is weak and your blood runs chill, we have the opportunity to say, I will. And when we do that, we're able to literally lay down our lives. And greater love hath no man than this, than a man lay down his life for another. And when we say that, that doesn't always mean your actual life. It could mean your life of comfort. It could mean your life of where you are. It could be your life of your comfort zone, your safety zone. It could mean your life of staying within the bounds that you feel are within the realm of possibility and venturing out into a new venture and a new life that not only provides that sense of gratitude for what you have, but also gives to others. And so I would just say we're designed to live a remarkable life. And I hope you take comfort from the fact that I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, but I have faith that it's going to work out as we stay focused and focused on the right things, and we do it from a sense of giving. On we go.
Please join us next time in elevating the entire construction experience for workers, leaders, and companies coast to coast. If you're enjoying the show, please feel free to share with your construction colleagues and help us spread the word by rating, subscribing, and leaving a review on your preferred podcast listening platform. We really appreciate it. We'll catch you next time on the Elevate Construction Podcast.